Okay, I'm down here by the River Humber in Hull, quite near the Deep, and as you can see behind me, the pathway is blocked off because the Environment Agency are building new flood defences because the sea levels are rising. And also, if you see right behind me over there, you'll be able to see the Siemens plant where they build wind turbines. So it's quite an appropriate place to talk to you about why I switched to Bulb Energy as my supplier. I've been with them about 2 years now. My primary, initially it was to save money, and they were environmentally friendly. So I looked into it. The switch was very simple. I just switched straight away. I wasn't referred by anybody. I just switched supplier and got myself a smart meter. Now the smart meter that I got, it's just a little thing. I think I got it from eBay for 15 quid. Just taught me to look and check things like standby and things like that. That alone, buying the smart meter, saved me a lot of money because things were on standby. I could see what everything was using and when it wasn't using anything. And it, things like I had all sorts of things. My microwave was using 50 watts just on standby, things like that. So I was going around the house unplugging things, plugging things back in, seeing what used what. Did that. So I switched to Bulb. It was a very simple process, and they also do a referral. So anybody you refer with your link, which I'm going to also post on here, you get 50 quid and they get 50 quid. So it's a good incentive. So family and friends, I did that. I also made a Facebook page. Bit silly really, because I used their logo and colour scheme and things like that, which made it look, although it said it wasn't official, people thought it was official. I was getting all sorts of questions, and eventually Bulb themselves asked me to take that page down, which I did. And I then made a YouTube video, which was 10 good reasons to subscribe to Bulb, which went through basically stuff from their website. It wasn't copied, but it did use their colour scheme, font, similar things like that. So that was up for about a year, and I was getting quite a few referrals. Basically I was getting my electricity basically for free, because I get 1 or 2 referrals a month, and that paid my electricity bills. My bill previously had been well over 500 quid. And I don't have gas central heating. Any of my heating is only on electric, so I don't have radiators or boilers, so it's all on electric, and I've managed to cut that easily in half. On what I try to do in winter is use 10 kilowatt hours a day, and in summer it's down to 5, and when I'm away, I unplug the fridge and things like that, so I use hardly anything. So what I'm trying to say is, I haven't scripted this, as you can tell. I'm kind of waffling a bit. Going back to the YouTube video that was on, I was getting some referrals, quite a few actually, 2 a month, but eventually Bulb saw this video, emailed me, and I didn't see the email for 4 or 5 months. I thought it was just a marketing thing, asking me to take it down, because again, it kind of looked like although it wasn't obviously an official Bulb video, it looked like theirs. So I took that down after reading the email. I took it down immediately, deleted it, even though I had 2,000 views and was working. Then went back and tried my referral link, and they'd actually disabled my referral link. So anybody who did click on my link, it was just going to a blank page. It couldn't be found. I asked them to reinstate that, and I think they have done now, but it's all a bit dodgy. They were more concerned about their brand and protecting their brand than they were about getting new customers, or I must have got 20 or 30 new customers for them over the space of 2 to 3 years, 2 years, but they were more concerned about the brand. But I've still stuck with them because I believe in what they're doing. Wind turbines, you might have heard recently about gas, the gas they use to protect from explosions of electricity. Not completely environment. They also use hydro, and you could argue about the environmental impact of hydro when they're flooding places, obviously to build dams. Not so much in England, but places like Turkey, where they've actually flooded ancient Roman sites, and there's maybe some religious connotations there, but it's fairly clean. And of course solar, which is pretty clean apart from the manufacturing of the panels, etc. So they do use, it's 100%. Now you might see things like EDF, companies like EDF, claiming that they provide more clean electricity than anybody else, and that's purely, it's misleading, that, because it's purely down to their numbers. They use nuclear. It's a French company. They use nuclear and still use coal-powered fuel. They do provide a small percentage. Anyway, if you look on Bulb's website, you'll see, have a look at the charts, have a look at the details, and just generally have a look. So no logos here, no copying from the website. Have a look at their Bulb's website, lots of information on there about where they get their electricity from, and also look at your own provider if you're with them at the moment. And if you do consider switching, please use the link, either scan the QR code which I've embedded here, or follow the link on the bottom. I'd really appreciate it, because they disabled my referral for quite some time, and I could do, it works both ways. You get 50 quid and I get 50 quid. So that's about it. That'll do for this video. Sorry if I've rambled on a bit, but that's the end of it. Cheers.